what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for your criticism. If you're here and you found this video, do me a favor, subscribe for me. Now I'm doing episode 3 of Temptation Island. I didn't make episode 2 because I had a lot of things going on in the week and I just never got around to it. Yeah, it's been hectic. But I am gonna mention certain parts of episode 2, doing everything, the things that I kind of noticed and stuff like that. But let's see. This whole episode, it was a little slow, but it was kind of like a lot. A lot of the couples. Actually, all these, I don't know, man, all these couples, all this relationships shows I be recapping and everything like that is making me like not even want to be in a relationship. It's like, is it this hard all the time? I mean, relationships are hard and it's a choice to be in it, like without a doubt. It's definitely a choice. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things happen, you know, even if you love the person, it's still hard, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, relationships is wild, but looking at these people just make me just feel like I don't ever want to be in a relationship again. All right. But I'm gonna start off with Kristen and Julian. I'm gonna go by couples. Just what stood out to me and what I noticed. Kristen, at the bonfire when she saw the little videotape or whatever like that, when Mark showed her, it kind of threw her off because she just caught the part where the girl was kind of like, you know, well, actually it was like he had egged it on. But they ain't showed the part when Kendall was like, hey, take the hot seat, you know what I'm saying? And it just showed the part where he said it and then the girl was backing up to him. So it made it look a little suspicious and it kind of threw her off. And she was, she just went back to what she felt like she already knew, that he wasn't gonna, you know, pass any tests that they set for themselves, because obviously they had a discussion before.
Is like, where are your priorities? Where are your priorities?
What does that mean?
The last night when we said goodbye, he's like, what I want to get out of this is to be a better man, be the man that you want me to be, to prioritize you. And he is so good at talking. And that's why this experience was so important for me, because I can see if you can walk the walk, because I know that you can talk the talk. It wasn't one time that he was unfaithful to me, it was 2 times. Obviously,
they had a discussion before they came here. Kristen, in this episode, she was kind of like laying low and talking to some guys and just feeling everything out, because it was like she had a rough start. She didn't want to open up. But when the girls was sitting down and stuff like that at the table and Evan was there and stuff like that, she was grilling this man super hard. She was like, tell me.
This is from what I've heard.
No.
You know, because I heard some things that were like kind of from birdies.
Well,
and
how about you tell me who's telling you what, because they're lying to you.
And they were like, they're gonna send you home, they're gonna kick you out. Like,
Who is telling you these things? Because they're straight up lies.
Yeah,
There's literally no one here.
I just don't want to.
Why are you so afraid to say who's feeding you lies?
I mean, what up?
Who said this? Who said this? Who said what? And, you know, Evan talking about what he heard and all this stuff like that. And then Blake walked up and he threw my man completely under the bus. I'm talking about completely. What's up with that? I mean, dang, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you, like, even if it's so many different ways he could have, like, went about that whole little thing, but, you know, He kind of messed that all the way up. He messed that all the way up. The girls was getting in his head, and he just was like, Blake, I don't know. He could have said something about the guys was afraid of, since we started off on the wrong foot, that y'all was gonna send me home, and something like that. Like, dang. But anyway, Chris just sat on the beach with Blake and another guy. I can't remember his name, but they was on the beach. To me, she seems a little uptight, and I'm just wondering is what the dude said on the beach, is that true? I'm just wondering, is it
like
true?
what you saw on the bonfire, is that something that like you're like, well, we can come back from this?
I don't know. Our families are super close, and I know, like, if my dad sees that, he's not gonna be happy. And I just have to figure out, like, am I okay with these things for the rest of my life or not?
Kristen doesn't seem to be here to even try to make a connection, so I just don't get it with her. There's just something about her that's not real.
You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't know, But I don't know. I don't know if she just being with Julian out of convenience. Do she really want to stay? Is she ever going to be able to leave this cheating stuff in the past? You took him back, so you should forgive him. Don't keep throwing it in his face and stuff like that. But they here for this reason right here. So
it's like she'd rather just like put up with his shit than deal with the hassle of separating their lives, separating their families.
Yup.
Pass or fail, they gonna know at the end of it. She went on a date with David, and it looked like they gonna, they had fun and stuff like that.
For my second date, I'm taking David today. We're going snorkeling, and I'm very excited to open up more to these guys than I was initially.
This is beautiful, though. It's so nice to, like, get out.
It truly is.
It looked like they had fun. I'm not sure, but at least she tried to open up. She giving it some type of, effort. Now, Julian, on the other hand, at the bonfire, he saw the clip, and, he noticed, as girls opening up. He a smart dude,
I picked my first date with you because I'm like...
Awesome. I'm seriously so stoked. I think we're gonna do something cool.
I was like, oh boy, is he gonna say yes?
Oh, what? Come on, are you kidding me? Cheers, that was fun.
You're so laid back, and you don't really press anything at all. I mean, a lot of the other guys are just so aggressive. I'm just like...
I see my girlfriend opening it up to somebody, because of my prior mistakes in my past, it's kind of limited her from kind of letting her walls down.
And I just wanted to say, in episode 2, when he got put in that sticky situation with the girl, kind of was about to give him a lap dance and stuff like that. I don't know if anybody else saw this, but obviously he had tipped the chair over on purpose. He ain't want the girl to dance on him. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa!
So evidence of that when the girl on, I think it was episode 2 or 1, but she tried to hug him and he was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? So he seemed like a smart dude, a good dude. I think that he might go far. I'm liking him so far, so I think that might be the thing. Now, he went on a date with Tula. I think that's her name, Tula, and she seems like a super cool chick. I could see why he chose her, because she's sexy, and also she down to earth. And if you could like talk to her and stuff like that, so you put those two things together, I mean, you got a bad combination right there.
Came here, you were one of the first girls that kind of approached me and, you know, was able to kind of get me to open up a little bit, you know, about my past, and I needed that, you know?
I have to ask the scary question.
What's that?
Like, what if she's not able to let go of that resentment and get back to 100 and actually decides to, like, leave the island by herself? Like, how are you going to process that?
This is basically Cory and Erin. I'm gonna start off with Erin, then we're gonna talk about Cory. Now, I just want to say Erin is way more self-reflective than I realized. Like, even in episode 2, she was able to self-reflect and look back on herself and realize that she was kind of doing things wrong. You know what I'm saying? And she realized that this episode, like, it seems like she is the problem. And, you know, after she saw the whole clip, it kind of basically brought everything up for her after Mark showed the little clip.
Erin brings a lot of her past insecurities into our relationship. For so long, I kind of played second fiddle. I mean, I'm looking for growth and, you know, clarity. And she thinks, you know, sometimes we aren't that compatible. You know, maybe there's someone else out there. The deed is done.
She basically realized that, and that's always a good thing when you aware and you take accountability for your actions and stuff like that. I just don't understand, like, why did it take you to come to the island for you to realize that you was doing all this? Like, when you was at home beating them down, comparing them to all these athlete people and stuff like that, like, they living a whole different life. Cory just a regular dude, you know what I'm saying, trying to make it out here. You talking about athletes and shit. Come on, man.
I don't know. I feel like now I'm realizing that us being different isn't the worst thing, and I'm scared. I don't know. I'm scared. I don't want it to be too late. Like, I'm not saying Cory's perfect, but I am more of the issue. And I've never admitted that because I've never been forced to.
But she realized she got a problem, and she feel bad about it. She know it's her, so hopefully she can work on that. The second episode, she was flirting with fertilized baby baker Shaq. She wanted, I don't know, she was talking about the balls getting wet or something like that. This is what she said. She said the balls get wet or something like that. So, and again, she's still flirting with him now.
The reason I brought you out here, I was wondering if you wanted to go on a date with me.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
Without question.
Cool. All right. Never mind. No, just kidding. Once you start winking,
I can't help it. I can't help it.
And, you know, it's like a non-stop thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, she really liked this dude. I mean, I don't know if it's physical attraction or what, but she really liked him. She asked him on a date, and, they go on a date, they talk and everything like that, and they just get to know each other more. And Shaq went on this, explaining spree of how he, like, one-upping her boyfriend Cory or something like that, and talking about he wasn't opening up enough, whatever he said.
Something that I have that her boyfriend doesn't is just my willingness to be open and vulnerable with her. I think the whole reason she's here is because after a year in her relationship, he's not open with her. Like, he doesn't open up to her, and it really bothers her. And that's a huge reason why, I'm gonna be able to inch my way above her current boyfriend.
But my thing is, he got it kind of wrong, because he don't know how she was in a relationship. What she was doing to him to break him down and make him not open up. So it's easier for you to say these things when you ain't got the history. You know, what you need to do, what Shaq need to do is ask her some more questions. You know what I'm saying? Like, ask her some more deep questions and stuff like that. It's good surface level now, but, you know, keep finding out who she is and stuff like that. But yeah, obviously it's gonna be easy for him because he's just getting to know her. So it's looking like they got a connection. Man, if I was these boyfriends, I'd definitely be a little worried. But same as vice versa. Cory, on the other hand, at the bonfire, he saw the video and stuff like that, and he took it good, man. At least he not crying no more. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's really hard when you're telling people about like your soccer journey and they don't really understand how it affects you.
Yeah.
Because for me, like, I didn't deal with it well. Instead of kind of talking to someone who has been through it, I just shut down.
I would be lying to you if there was days I wasn't like waking up wishing like I wish I was going to the facility to just like put my gear on.
I had a hunch right at the get-go that, you know, she was gonna vibe with this guy, and it hurt.
He was taking it super hard, like all the insecurities and stuff like that he been going through basically is, you know, just weighing on him. He talking about, can he trust his girl? He talking about this and this. And yeah, at least he's not crying no more. He, you know, after the bonfire and stuff like that, it seemed like he finally realizing that he needs to open up and come into his own and have some self, you know, like awareness that, you know, you are better than what you think you are. You know what I'm saying? Because he was worried about, he's worried about her. He's worried like, you your own man. You know what I'm saying? You a good person. You a good dude. Find that confidence that you need to find to just grow and just be more. I mean, because it's not a good look when the guy is like, I mean, this is overall, but for me, when I see a guy pouting like this, I mean, even though I'm sure he's been through a lot, but, you know, if you got a chance to grow and stuff like that, then you got an opportunity to do it, and I think that you should. It looked like he taking the reins, and he getting his confidence back, and he doing his thing.
How you feeling? I'm good. I think, you know, today was like my first day of not feeling anxious at all. For me, it's like you're very easy to talk to. I kind of like can open up and like,
same to you.
Just kind of vibe. And, you know, with that being said, like, would you want to go on a date with me?
Oh my goodness. Yes, I would love that.
Yeah. You know, this journey is a journey inward for me. And I picked Amanda to go on my second date because we always, you know, have those deep conversations.
It's a good thing to see. You know, they had fun on the date. Whatever they did, the little surfer thing. And after that, later on that night, Nicole, you know, she is upset, and she got in her feelings about Cory not asking her out. So that was a big thing.
Can I tell you something? Like, low-key, I didn't know he asked Amanda on the date.
No, yeah.
So that's why I'm really upset about, and that's why I'm not looking at him, and I'm not, no.
Nicole's upset because Cory wasn't honest about asking out Amanda. She had to hear from other girls that he asked her out, so she felt blindsided by that.
And it seemed like she tried to blame him 100%. You know what I'm saying? She seemed like she tried to blame him, and
I
really don't want to talk about it.
Okay, if you don't want to talk, that's no worries. But like,
You did me dirty though, Keith. That's not cool. I don't want to look dumb. But like, you made me look dumb now.
No,
Like,
Nicole,
no, I'm gonna look so dumb. And now you really are playing with my emotions, because that's not cool. Like, you knew what you were doing.
And I'm saying this. I'ma just say this. I'ma say that, you know, you can't blame him. He didn't open up to multiple people. You know what I'm saying? So if you gotta let that be what it is, you know what I'm saying? You can't try to tie the man down and stuff like that because you're your feelings. I mean, it's okay if you feel some type of way about it, but don't blame him because you upset. You know what I'm saying? You know, Cory don't really understand what's going on. He tried to talk to her, stuff like that, but he realized that he gonna have to talk to her later. But the one thing I could say about Nicole is that in the second episode, when everything first happened, when Cory was at his lowest and he was doing all that boo-hooing and all that crying and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? She was the first shoulder for him to cry on.
Hi.
hello, hello.
Brought you your drink.
How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Tonight was hard.
Was
Tonight's
it?
really hard for me.
Really?
I'm worried about Griffin, you know. They already have that soccer they can relate
Right.
to.
When she picked him, it, like, really tore you.
It did. It hurt me.
Sorry. I can't imagine what that feels like.
You know what I'm saying? She bought him a drink when he was all alone. And I'm just saying, like, where was Amanda then? You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind when, you know what I'm saying, when you do that. Now, Cory obviously went out on a date with Nicole first, so that's fine, or whatever like that. But I can see why he chose Amanda, because of what she said when they were sitting down. It was Amanda, Tula, and Cory, and they were sitting down and they was talking, and it seemed like, you know, they was connecting, and he was feeling Amanda. Amanda said some things to him, man. It kind of, you know, touched his little heart or something. I don't know.
What's going on that you're not telling us? What we need to help you work through? Okay.
I mean, I think there was a lot in our relationship that I think Erin kind of took advantage of me in some ways. That made me question myself, because if the person I love is talking to me a certain way, it's gotta be true. Yeah, because, you know.
Just know you can't always fix everything.
I know.
And don't take that on yourself just because you can't. And that's something I think that you should just like kind of hold on to. Just because it's broken doesn't mean you can fix it all the time.
Yep.
But y'all let me know what y'all think about this couple. Are they gonna make it? I don't know. Now we're gonna move on to Thomas and Chelsea. I'm gonna start off with. We're gonna start off with Chelsea. You can tell who all these people feeling, by the way, just by looking at, I don't know, I mean, the first initial attraction, whoever they just started talking to off the break, or whoever they first went on a date with, like, they continue to talk to these people. You know what I'm saying? And you can tell it's Blake for her.
We have our second date coming up. And the whole purpose for me is to grow and become more confident, like I said yesterday. So if you would like to go on a second date with me.
Well, that's a good start to the day.
Yeah,
I would love to, like, of course.
You know what I'm saying? She's feeling her, and I don't know. It seemed like they just get closer and closer every episode. She went out on a date.
I feel like I'm a little nervous hanging out with you, honestly.
Just drink some more.
Okay, fine. You know, I came into the situation really thinking that I was just going to be open, but I really didn't think that there would be anyone that I could be, you know, even interested in. I just want you to be patient with me because I really like spending time with you.
She had closer to him. I ain't really got too much for her. You know, I just know that she was saying that he remind her of Thomas in a way. And, you know, that kind of scared her, you know, stuff like that after the date. You know, she was talking to her friend and stuff like that. She was saying how she don't feel special because, you know, this is the same way how Thomas made her feel, you know what I mean? And even in the past episode, you know, about the whole him, you know, talking to other girls and stuff like that, being friendly and everything like that, she don't ever feel special. And something that Blake did in the house made her feel like that.
I mean, I'm feeling so many different things. I have never in my life felt at the same time. Like, Blake does have all these amazing qualities. Yeah. But he is also like a flirt. He wants to be that shoulder for everyone to cry on. That's what my boyfriend does. Mm-hmm. And it's I don't feel special.
And it just reminded her of Thomas, even though they get kind of close, and she's saying how she ain't never feel this way before about, she never been put in this position and she having a hard time because she opening up to this dude, Blake. And the other girl was like, hey, maybe you need to go out with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Just to shake things up a little bit. We're gonna see how that's gonna work. I don't know. Thomas, on the other hand, at the bonfire, the video threw him off, like all the way off.
So what is stuff that you like to do?
I'm very adventurous. Like, I love snowboarding.
Wait, I'm a snowboarder.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like, serious. Does he snowboard?
He doesn't snowboard. He doesn't scuba dive, but it doesn't matter.
My mom and dad's relationship is, like, so good. You know, they tell me, they're like, find someone that, like, you can do all the things that you love to do.
Yeah.
She and I do have a very, very strong emotional connection, so I don't think that she's trying to fill a void.
You wouldn't be here if you all weren't filling a void.
He was thinking, and I don't know if he knows what to think, really, in this situation. You know, he said it wasn't a void or something, but obviously y'all wouldn't be there if it wasn't something going on. He flirted with Sophia, and this is what, you know, Chelsea was, you know, concerned about or whatever. But he said that Sophia was his type, and those some strong words. Like,
being around you is challenging for me because it's like, you know, I have a girlfriend, but like you're the kind of woman that like is my type.
Yeah.
You know, in a nutshell, you're my type.
I love to hear that. I was like, okay, Tom. Okay. Now I'm not gonna be so afraid to break down his walls and open him up because we are getting along.
You say somebody your type, like, yeah, you my type, like, I'm like, that's a strong statement. Just saying, anybody that you say that to automatically know that you are into that person. And she was like, oh, okay, well, sure, now I know this. Is everything all good now? And I can move forward with, you know, flirt with you more and stuff like that. And it seems like she like him too. Now, I just wanted to go back to episode 2 for a second. I just wanted to say about Thomas and Chelsea overall. Just because I know that they've been going through their little issues with him networking and everything like that. And networking is fine, but when she is with you, it is your responsibility to introduce her if she like right beside you and stuff like that, and you talking to somebody, you know, it's good to basically introduce her and stuff like that. That's your responsibility as her girlfriend, you know what I'm saying, your girlfriend, and y'all together and stuff like that. You know, that ain't cool. Now, on the other hand, it is also her responsibility to understand that he's networking and stuff like that, and that's that's a hard thing to do for most people. She gonna have to realize that, the networking aspect of it is a thing, and she shouldn't be too jealous about that. Only be upset if he not introduced to you, but it's both of y'all responsibility to be able to come together and kind of like talk it out in a way that is not an issue, because that just it seemed like an easy fix. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if he obviously not caring about your feelings, then that's an issue. But if you obviously overreacting, then that's another issue right there. So, I think they're going to get it together, but you can never be too sure in these things, because she definitely falling for Blake. And if I was Thomas, I'd be real, I'd be scared. But Chelsea need to watch out for Sophia, because he was like, hey, she my type. You know what I'm saying? And when somebody say that, that's a crazy thing. But he went out on a date with Sophia, and he put a flower in her head, and they kissed. Well, they ain't kissed. They was looking into each other's eyes like they wanted to kiss, but she wound up kissing him on the cheek, and that was super respectful. So that's a good thing right there.
It works.
It works. My heart's racing a little bit. Tom, stop. Stop looking at me.
Or what?
Or what?
Or what? I'm teasing. But seriously, or what?
Now, Kendall and Erica. I'm gonna start off with I'm gonna start off with Kendall. He is so focused on himself, and it's crazy. Like, I don't even understand. Like, it's okay to be focused on yourself, right? Do that while you there. You know what I'm saying? This is why y'all came there. Quotes, I don't know. Y'all came there to work on yourselves, but it's seeming like he did it to take advantage of her and just wanting to, do stuff with other people.
There's specific things that I came to work on, and hooking up with someone is definitely not one of those
It's
things.
not why you're here. I talk a lot, but I listen a lot. So I hear everything you're saying.
Also, I'm not really worried at all. And that's just being real.
No, I appreciate that.
I'm not saying I just don't care. I'm lacking the emotion towards what I'm saying. I can't control that. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to allow it to take away from my experience, because I'm on my own personal journey as well.
I'm not sure. I mean, because he said a couple things that kind of threw me off this episode. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like he doing it just to mess around. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of concerns me. So he playing with fire. That's all I'm gonna say. At the nighttime part of everything like that, I'm just saying he made a conscious decision. Like, everything he did is like a conscious decision. him deciding to go to the room.
I'm so tired.
I know it's late.
I can't hang.
With Alexis, that was a conscious decision. Him decided to kiss her is a conscious decision. Now, all these conscious decisions just made it to where it's that you cheating on your girl. Now, I can understand the lap dance. I can understand all that stuff, getting close, talking, you know, being able to open up and everything like that. That's something different, because obviously you got to expect something, y'all on the show. But when you kiss and stuff like that, and it wasn't like you was caught off guard, and this other clip I seen, you know, it wasn't like you was caught off guard. This was you decided to do all these things, and all these things was a conscious decision. So whatever happens, hopefully karma don't get him too bad, because the way I feel about how he's moving is he is going to lose a good thing. And Erica even said this: don't drop a dime for a nickel. Or something like that. Or don't nickel for a dime. I don't know. Something like that, she said.
You are going to be seeing me at the bonfire in some clips with your man.
She's not talking to me. She's not talking to me. Good job. Don't drop a dime for a nickel. Okay.
I do feel like that Alexis and him are into each other, but is it worth losing what you had already? You know what I'm saying? Because you had something and like you took advantage of it and you're not appreciating it. Now you try to move on to the next thing, thinking that next thing is better. I'm telling you, that 80-20 rule, like you see that, you know, that 20% out there that Erica ain't got, but she got the rest of the 80. And don't get me wrong, Alexis, she got some 20% assets that looking good and stuff like that. But at the same time, is it worth losing your 80? Dime nickel. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Anyway, now we move on to Erica. This episode starts off with her basically crying, to be honest. I feel bad for her. But, you know, at the bonfire, just like how it was, this is where the episode 2 left off at. It basically came into episode 3 with the crime.
In the mirror for a brief moment today, and you said, I love that girl.
But now I feel like I don't believe it.
And she finally coming to the realization that Kendall might be a little manipulative and everything like that. So that might be a thing for her, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if she's just discovering this and, you know, that's a big thing.
There's always a spotlight on the things that I have to fix.
Yeah.
And then somehow feels like we never have to shine light on the things that he may need to fix.
And I even saw some signs of it also. So this basically just confirmed what I already thought. But she's slowly but surely focusing on herself. She just needed to give herself more credit. And she's not, but she needs to. You know what I'm saying? Even when she had in episode 2, when she had opened up to Lex and everything like that. Like they was talking and she basically, you know, crying and pouring her heart out and just basically opening up emotionally.
That sometimes our relationship feels like I feel like I'm operating in a business.
Oh, really?
Like I have to remind myself, this is a relationship requires two people. Like it's not just me.
Everybody needs work.
So yeah, obviously it's been 2.5 years since I've gone on a first date, and I feel like on your first date you're not supposed to cry.
It's good. It's okay. It's okay.
Wait, just give me a second.
You're good.
I like get back together.
Stuff like that. And so she gotta give herself more credit. And also when she went out on a date with surfer dude, Jesse. So when, you know, she was attracted to him. She was saying some things about him.
It's the abs, it's the tan, it's the curls, it's the eyes. So, I mean, he's attractive.
I'm so nervous.
Oh no, it's
I've
fun.
never
It's super
swam
chill.
in the ocean.
Oh, wow.
Big stuff.
No, you're gonna have a blast. There's nothing like it. There we go. You'll be fine about to get wet.
You know, attraction lead to something else, you know what I'm saying? So just know that best to be careful right there. We're gonna find out if they gonna make it. I don't think that they are. But y'all, that's the end of my recap. And I'm gonna see y'all next video.